Alright, we've got a short tour review today, which is good because I don't have much time. I'm just going to start right off the bat. My grandma's in the hospital, and we think she might have some degree of heart failure, so that's been taking up most of my time. But I need to do this, and it's got like 6 things in it, so it's not going to take me very long. But let's get into that. Alright, so there's a couple things from the One International Order from this month. Here's Magisches Google-Rad. I still have the box for it, but I packed it away for storage sake. This is a real kinetic, and I just want everyone to know that. This is heavily modified. I had to glue a ball and a half back on, and I also adjusted the magnets so it moves slower. And I believe that it actually has to be turned on with the lights in the base for it to move at all. I don't think it works perfectly. I think it kind of slows after a while and maybe even stops, but it does try, and that is something. I really, really like the color scheme on this, but it kind of sucks. I don't know. It's a very polarizing kinetic, but I'm glad I got it. Obviously, it clips on wider up. I like how it looks, but it's very cheap, and the design is not great. I tried to see if it could fit on any other kinetic base I had, and the one that it did was the double play, the one with the dolphin and the balls. That's like 15 of them, I know. But it didn't get the battery support to actually run. And it's also not getting battery support here to run. It's about to completely come to a stop. So that's just kind of how it is. I bought it used because it was a few bucks cheaper than new. It's only available in Germany regardless. So, don't know if that was a mistake or if it just sucks, period. But, oh well. It's fun. I gotta parade it around the country like a traveling circus. Come see the blue spinning balls. One attraction. No, fucking no, I'm losing it, man. I actually slept normal last night, but that doesn't mean I'm not losing it. Alright, what do we got? We got 2 wind-up toys. These came in a big lot with a bunch of garbage that either goes in the wind-up toy bin or the garbage bin. But it comes with a wind-up suitcase, and it's blue. And I didn't have a blue one before. I had 2 brown ones. So a blue is a remarkable improvement. I'll probably sell one of the brown ones, but I'm not sure if it'll be on eBay or just directly. It likes to walk in a circle for some reason. I can't explain that. And now it's leaving. Aw. Obviously that's why I got the lot, but it also came with this. And I already have 2 of these that are the lighter pink version, but they don't work. But this one works. So I do have 3 of them, but 2 of them don't flip, so I can't do the clip. I'll probably film one of this, though. It's nice. It's just like a deeper pink. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's like a factory air that it's so deep, or if it actually was released like that. Alright, that's enough. Okay, then we got 2 Baby Prodigy CDs. These were on eBay, and the past 5 Julys have all marked Baby Prodigy month, and that entails listening to the music frequently. So these showed up on eBay for $3 each in August, obviously, not in July, very sad. But they showed up on eBay for $3 each. They were sealed. And I really, really like the Baby Prodigy music. I have for a long time. It's not the same as B, where I like it because it's really, really good and detailed, but I don't know, something about it I just enjoy. So, obviously, I could have burned the CDs for these if I really wanted to listen to them, but they're cool to have, and they were so cheap, I don't regret it. I also want to point out that they are for babies and toddlers. These were printed and released. Under Wonderscape, by the way. Not sure why. This one's from 2005, and this one's from 2004, and they were both a year after their respective videos came out. Because this one has all the preschool stuff, for the most part, and this one has the original, except for Happy Farmer, which is on here. If you go to their website, I don't know what year, but just like, you know, standard, whatever. Uh, it plays Happy Farmer, and you can hover over all like the flash icons, and it's just great because it sounds like death, and that's the best way I can describe it. Speaking of death, it looks like death outside. We're supposed to get a dust storm for the third time in like a week. September. These happen in July. Anyways, that's the small things done. Now on to the big things. Let's get the small things out of the way. I may even go as far as to say all of the small things. Truth care. Truth brings. Actually, funny story about that. My parents are from San Diego, and they saw Blink-182 before they were even like a thing, and there were like 100 people there or something, because Blink-182 is based in San Diego. That's not the point of this video, though. The point of this video is Heroes Rollerball House. Here's the box. This actually came from Mercari. And this has been something that I always see internationally, but it's not... I think it's from a ripoff, but I don't care. But it's not interesting enough or valuable enough for me to buy it from there, because it's obviously very bulky. I mean, you can see the size. It's pretty big. But it showed up on Mercari, so I got it for about $25 total, which is funny because Will had sent me it, and then he got one off eBay like a week later for about the same price. And this is not something that shows up in the US very often, so I don't know. It's Le Meuble La Boules, which that is not the word for house, I didn't think. And it's also Rolblan Huis. I can't do Dutch. I'm decent at some other languages, but not Dutch. Dutch is not a real language. I've said this before. It's not changing. And then Bunt Rolblan House, and then Rollerball House. My American English accent. And then Casa con rampas y bolas and Casa Palla. And then on the bottom, you've got all the info. Actually, interesting. Where is it? Oh yeah, it comes from Baby One. I don't know what that is, but it comes from there, and it was $39.98, which is significantly more than the price I paid for it with shipping. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this box. It's pretty beat up, but I wanted to at least keep it until I showed it, so I'll see. However, it works well to store the box for Old McDonald's Farm, so maybe it's worth it. Alright, we've got by far the most interesting thing in this video, the double run. This was from Germany. You can watch that video. So was the spinning balls thing. I got 2 of them. I just sold the other one. I actually was able to find balls for them because I had this like set of magnetic balls, and they were the exact shape and color. So even though they're magnetic and they stick together if you put them in your hand, they work fine on here. These are the regular wooden balls. Nothing to write home with those. They're normal. Okay. I feel like every time I do it, they never finish at the same time. One's always a lot slower. Well, what's the science behind that? They really shouldn't be. See, even then, solid second delay. I like in Beethoven, you have the audio that goes like they finish at the same time, but with this, I don't know. That was like a solid 2 seconds off. It was bad. So obviously the clip of this is up. Enjoy it. I am very enjoy it. I am so smart. But I'm really glad to have this. I don't know if it's bigger or smaller than I expected. I'd say probably around the same. Although if you'd asked me that a few years ago, I would have expected it to be way bigger. But that's just how they do it in BE. So I mentioned this in the stream, but this is something I would have expected to find/get a lot earlier than I did. Except I found 4 in the span of a month, although 2 of those, they're like MIA, and they're in France. So, yeah, sold the other one to... I'll let him review it on his own, because he will. So thank you for buying that. And, yeah, really, really nice toy. Let's let him go one more time before we move on to the best toy. That was not even close. The symbol's kind of obnoxious, but not as obnoxious as I would have said about 10 years ago. I used to hate symbols. Try to guess why. Anyways, that's that. What's last? Yes. This is from Together Time Tips, and I told myself I was never going to get a toy from Together Time Tips because they're all bad. But this was on eBay for $2. I'm not gonna pass that up. This is probably the best toy from there. I mean, Chi Chi the Chihuahua's okay. I would get it like a thrift store. It's not bad. It's just random. But, you know, this just got listed again for $150. So 2 plus 13 shipping. I think I got a good deal. And this isn't something I regret buying, even though it's huge. And why do I not regret buying it? Let's turn the volume up. Now, this can take batteries or a plug. The batteries are a bit corroded. I don't feel like dealing with that. So I used like a universal AC adapter. You can switch the voltage because I didn't have the right one on hand. And it kind of works. I'm actually going to unplug it and replug it so it'll turn on again. It does do that noise at the beginning of the boot up. Now, it shows here in the top where the plug goes 6 volts, so that's why I have it on. So it's not the wrong voltage, it's just bad. If I were to shake it, it would rattle. So it's, okay. Actually, you know what, that's good. Let's try some other instruments. I don't know if I've just never taken advantage of the orchestra piano and how great it is, but this is very fun to play with. It's got a lot of different things. These drums are here and they don't do anything. Okay. That was bound to happen. Then you can press them here. They don't do much. And then the magic button is weird. It lets out a scream. And basically the magic button is you can play piano even if you're retarded, like me. And it plays you minuet in G no matter what key you press. So this, I don't know if this is just 2000s electronic piano moment or if it's actually glitching, but there are some weird noises sprinkled in. Not right now. Maybe in a bit. Oh boy, can you... I don't know if that picks up. That's awful. Yeah, like what was that? I have no idea. There are animal sounds at the top. Oh, it does another one. Okay. So I've explored it a little bit, but I don't think I've gotten its full potential. You can debate whether it's bad or not. I personally think it's great. But we're gonna turn it off for now because that's a lot. I'm really surprised at how big it is. It's too big. Even the orchestra piano is smaller than this. I would pull it out if it was easy to and not in a bin. But yeah, that's August. I feel like every August is a slow month for toys. I've noticed that. This one was an exception, although maybe a little more than previous. I've got a France order in the works. It should be shipped out in 1 to 2 weeks, and that is going to be the last international order for the time being. Actually, I'm sure they'll change at some point, but I don't have any other plans right now. It will be a very big order, probably about 17, 18 things. So there's some good stuff in it. It's not record-breaking, but it's nice. I hope you enjoyed the random videos we put out recently, the ones that are random. We'll try and do more of those. I want to do the big Lost Media project. it's gonna be a while. We haven't really started a lot of planning. Just haven't had the motivation and have been really busy with other things. But I imagine if I can get the motivation to start it, once I get started, it'll be smooth sailing. So, but we'll see about that. I'm gonna go shower and clean up. So goodbye for now.